Imagine a woman who looked like she couldn't hurt a fly. Soft voice, gentle smile, and the kind of face that made sick people feel safe the moment she walked into the room. But behind those kind eyes was one of the coldest serial killers Victorian England ever saw. Her name was Catherine Wilson, and she didn't need a knife or a gun. All she needed was a tiny bottle of poison extracted from flowers and a talent for making lonely, wealthy people trust her with their lives and their money. Picture a freezing, foggy morning in rural Lincolnshire sometime around 1822. A little girl is born into a dirt-poor farming family in a village near Boston. Her childhood is nothing special. No money, no affection, no real education. Her mother dies when she's still young. Her father remarries, and the new stepmother wastes no time kicking Catherine out. By her early teens, she's already learned the hardest lesson life can teach a pretty girl with nothing. A sweet smile and a soft voice can open doors that stay locked for everyone else. Fast forward to her late 20s. Catherine has made it to London and is scraping by as a maid-of-all-work in cheap lodging houses. That's where she meets Peter Mauer, a retired sea captain loaded with cash, crippled by gout, and completely alone. Within weeks, she's moved into his house as his housekeeper. Within months, he's changed his will in her favor. One winter night in 1854, he suddenly screams in agony, burning throat, vomiting, stomach on fire. By morning, he's dead. The doctor finds a bottle of colchicum, the standard gout medicine back then, on the bedside table. But Catherine cries so hard and begs so sweetly that nobody insists on an autopsy. Natural causes, they say. Catherine walks away with £50 a year for life and a nice little house. First kill in the bag. She moves to Bloomsbury and rents a room from a widow named Maria Soames, who's just come into a small inheritance. They become friends. One evening, Catherine makes tea. Maria takes one sip and screams that her mouth is burning. She's dead within days. Same tears, same doctor, same natural causes. Catherine quietly helps herself to whatever cash Maria had hidden in the house. Not long after, she shacks up with a violent alcoholic named James Dixon. He lasts a few months before he's clutching his stomach, vomiting blood, and dropping dead. Catherine cries again. Nobody questions it. For the next 8 years, she drifts across England like a ghost, always finding the same type of target: elderly, rich, sick, and lonely. Mrs. Jackson, Mrs. Atkinson, Mrs. Carnell. One by one, they let her nurse them. One by one, they rewrote their wills, and one by one, they died screaming as their insides burned from the inside out. Colchicum poisoning looks exactly like a dozen natural illnesses, so doctors rarely suspected a thing. Spring 1862. Catherine is now 40, still pretty, still soft-spoken, and working as a live-in nurse for a wealthy woman named Sarah Carnell in Brixton. Sarah adores her new nurse so much she changes her will the same week. One night, Catherine brings Sarah a glass of soothing syrup to help her sleep. Sarah takes one sip, spits it out, and starts screaming that it's acid. This time, Catherine had used sulfuric acid by mistake. Sarah survives long enough to call the police. Catherine is arrested for attempted murder. At the Old Bailey, she puts on the performance of her life. Tears, trembling voice, and claims the chemist gave her the wrong bottle. The jury buys it. She walks free only to be immediately rearrested in the hallway for the 1856 murder of Maria Soames. Police start digging, literally. They exhume body after body. Peter Mauer, James Dixon, Maria Soames, Mrs. Atkinson, 7 corpses in total, every single stomach packed with enough colchicum to kill 10 men. The evidence is overwhelming. September 1862, second trial. The courtroom is packed. When the toxicologist explains exactly how much pain each victim suffered, Catherine finally goes pale. The judge calls her the most wicked woman who has ever stood in this dock, guilty in 2 hours. Death sentence. October 1862. 20,000 people crowd outside Newgate Prison to watch the hanging. Catherine wears a plain white dress, walks calmly to the scaffold and says absolutely nothing. No confession, no remorse. The trapdoor drops. Her body jerks once, then hangs still. She is the last woman to be publicly executed in London. Some say she killed 7 people, some say 20 or more. We'll never know the true number. All we know is that for almost a decade, one soft-spoken nurse turned trust into terror and medicine into murder and never lost a single night's sleep over it. If this story gave you chills, if you want more forgotten monsters from history told exactly like this, hit that subscribe button, smash the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one. We only speak the dark truth here. This is Murder Mythos. Stay curious, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.